Hi, Naomi Suzanne from Naomi's Home Health. So I want to talk about how the sun affects our health, and it's not in a negative way like it gets portrayed. So I want, drop in the comments if you think that the sun is positive for our health or negative. Now, the sun, we need the sun for many reasons in our body. The sun helps us develop and produce hormones in our body like melatonin, cortisol. A lot of things happen in our body because of the sun. We get vitamin D from the sun. Well, the vitamin D, the sun hits our skin and our skin produces vitamin D. So if we are going to cover up and not have any sun on us ever, we're going to have clothes on, we're going to have sunscreen, we're going to wear hats, the sun isn't going to be able to give us vitamin D. Now, not every country has a lot of sun all the time. I live in Australia. It is very hot in the middle of the day. So morning sun is amazing because in the morning, this is when we produce our cortisol, and that is produced by looking into the sun. So things like sunglasses are going to block the production of these. Cortisol is our energy. This is where we get our energy from. So if we're producing cortisol at the wrong time of the day, or our body doesn't understand how to produce it, then we're not going to produce it in the right amounts and at the right time. The sun at dusk helps us produce melatonin, so which is our sleepy hormone, and melatonin also helps us produce antioxidants in the intestines. So antioxidants are what combat free radicals, and free radicals are toxins in our body. They cause oxidative stress in our body. So if we don't get melatonin at the right time of day, producing in our body from the sun, then we're not going to sleep well. We're not going to produce those antioxidants that we need in our gut to help combat the toxins in our body. So the sun does have a lot of positive effects. Now, the sun on our skin, we need that for vitamin D production. If you're going to cover up all the time, and I'm not saying go out in the sun all day and get sunburnt, we do need some sun exposure to provide the vitamin D. Now, if you get sunburnt easily, it's because you have toxic heavy metals in your body, and they will sit under the skin, in the bloodstream, in the liver, and the sun hits those and causes sunburn. So it's not the sun effectively causing issues in our body and disease and things like that. It's what we've put into our body first and foremost. So layering toxic chemicals, sunscreen is highly toxic. It has heavy metal in it. So it can effectively cause melanoma because your skin is getting the heavy metal into the body, and then we're putting the sun onto it and it's causing toxicity. So I know this is going to probably trigger a lot of people, but companies make a lot of money out of sun health. Telling us to fear the sun is, sunglasses, sunscreen. A lot of these companies make a lot of money from making us fear the sun. So, like I said, the sun actually has many, many health benefits for us. The light in our eyes helps us produce all these hormones that we need, the dopamine and all of that. It helps us produce the hormones and gives us the energy we need to get through the day. So cortisol in the morning is important. So going outside in the morning, not in the middle of the day when it's really, really hot, going out and getting that sunlight to produce the cortisol is what's going to give you energy. But if you walk outside and you cover everything up and you put sunglasses on, you are not going to have that. Your body is getting a false sense. This is why our eye health declines as well, because we're doing something that's so unnatural to our body. Our body doesn't naturally wear sunglasses. It's not normal for our body to look through a shade and not have that sun. So if you have gut health issues, sun exposure to your eyes is really, really important. And I know you'll get told by optometrists, optometrist who will sell you sunglasses that it is important to wear sunglasses all the time. But my eyesight improved when I stopped wearing sunglasses. My sleep improved. Everything improved when I stopped wearing sunglasses. I don't go out and look directly into the sun all the time, but it's what you're doing to your body on a regular basis that is causing the sun to cause problems, if that makes sense. It's not just the sun just burning us. We need to be more cautious of what we do to our body, the toxic heavy metals we have. And yes, you do have toxic heavy metals in your body if you have not tried to get them out. We cook in metal. We eat canned foods. We use beauty products, like sunscreen. They all have heavy metals. Car fumes, air pollution from industry, air pollution from airplanes flying over and dropping down, jet fuel, all have heavy metal in it. So so to say that you don't have heavy metal in your body is being blind to what you actually do create in your body. So it's important to try and remove heavy metals so sun doesn't burn you as much. Does that make sense? I know it's really hard to comprehend because we are conditioned to fear the sun. We are conditioned to use a pill for everything. Oh, if you're not getting enough vitamin D, it's because you need to take a vitamin D. The best vitamin D that you can get is from natural sunlight, but also making sure that you're not blocking that by reducing the toxins in your body and not eating a lot of preservatives and canned goods and drinking from cans and all of those things. Heavy metal will go into the food. It will go into your drink. It will seep into your skin if you put it on your skin. So it's important to use natural products that don't have all those things in them. I don't drink my water bottle. It's a glass bottle. It's not a metal bottle. I don't use plastic bottles. All my containers here, I've started to use glass instead of metal or plastic. So it's important to know what you're putting into your body and why the sun is affecting it that way. So I know it's hard to wrap your head around, and I have been told off by people about this, but it's not something I'm making money off. People who are selling you sunscreen and sunglasses want you to think that to fear the sun, so you go and spend the money on these products. So not saying to give it all up forever, but there are clean versions of sunscreen, and you can easily live without sunglasses like people did before us. Before sunglasses were invented, people survived and they were much healthier than we were. So sun is important to get. I know there's, countries that don't get a lot of sunshine, but getting out and exposing your skin and your eyes to some sunlight, some form of sunlight in the morning and afternoon is really important for your sleep and your energy production and your toxicity levels. So drop a comment if, it resonates with you, if you have something to say. I always like to hear it, whether it's against this thought or not, but I have done a lot of research on it. My own personal research, within 2 weeks of not wearing sunglasses, I started sleeping better like that. So I know, and if your eyes, one thing to know, if your eyes are sensitive to the sun, it's because you wear sunglasses. So if you're looking in the sun and it's a cloudy day, like, oh my God, it's glary, it's because your eyes are so used to sunglasses that they can't handle the light from the sun. So you're actually affecting your eyes by wearing the sunglasses, even in a mildly cloudy day where there's not a lot of sun. If your eyes are that affected, your eyes should not be affected on a day where it's not too sunny. I live in Australia. I go out to the beach. I don't have any issues with glare. I don't squint to see things because of the sun. It's because I don't wear sunglasses. But I do spend time with people who take their sunglasses off and they're struggling and their eyes are watering. That's not good for you. So really, really think about it and tell me your thoughts and be nice. You don't have to, be unkind in the comments, but think about what it is that we artificially do to ourselves in aid to make ourselves better, but yet we're not better. So think about that. We are the most unhealthy people that we've ever been as a society right now. So sometimes we need to look at what we've been conditioned to think to see if maybe we're getting conditioned to think like that because somebody's making money off what you're going to do. Not only when, other people who make sunscreen and sunglasses, they've conditioned us to think that it's good for us to layer ourselves and all of that. But if that makes us sick, then it makes somebody else money too. So think about the chain of finances that happen when we are unwell, and some of the things that we are conditioned to believe is good for us may not necessarily be that good.